I bet you can hear me now. Like I said, lots of buttons. Lots of buttons. There we go. All right. So excellent, excellent. There we go. Look, Scott's here, so he can help me out. There you go. Yeah. No, it's essentially that was turning on the mic. So anyway, so this is the setup that I've got. Basically, what you missed while I was talking and you couldn't lip read was that I was just saying again what a massive learning curve this has been. It's been pretty crazy. So I would like to thank, since he's on, I would like to thank Scott McKay for all his help. Did I forget my cheers? That's unfortunate. No, I do have it. Okay. Yeah, so I'd like to thank Scott for all his input on all this. This has been great. The whole journey started with wanting to do too loud now. Okay, hold on. I am figuring it out though. And thank you for helping me with this. Let's do this. Cut back on that a little bit. There we go. That should be a little bit more enjoyable for you. There we go. Okay, how's that? Just kidding. Oh, I just turned it down. Now say the intro all over again. Okay, so once upon a time. No, I'm not going to do that. So this is the setup. So it started originally when I was talking to Del Stanton about getting into some of the Visionaire stuff. And I knew I wanted a separate kind of a separate place just for live feeds. I have the bench going and it's always crazy, it's always a mess. And on Mondays what I have to do is I basically have to shut everything down if I'm not working on what I'm supposed to be working on. And hello everyone, hello. So I have to shut everything down at the big bench and then switch over to the live feed stuff and get everything ready and set up. And I was like, I really want something that I could just go live at any moment and be ready to go. So that's how it all started. And then I was talking to Del about getting some of the Visionaire stuff, and then that kind of is how it all happened. It just started building from there. I ended up building this cool bench that you can't see underneath everything. It's got all Visionaire, bits and pieces. There's a big overhang too that things are mounted on, which is working out really well. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So it's got the huge, the overhang and everything, which I have the camera mounts on and the different things. But that's how it all kind of happened. As I was getting into it, I had some great advice. I talked to Tim John Luke Smith because he uses a multi-camera setup with a DSLR camera, and he uses software to process everything. So started looking at that. I do have a pretty decent DSLR. The learning curve there was even worse because you're dealing with the computer kind of trying to take it, all this input, sort it out with the software, then regurgitate it out and have it all work. So thanks, cool. So that was kind of daunting. And then I was talking to Scott McKay, and he's using this little guy right here, which is the Blackmagic Mini Pro. And what this does is basically, to give you the quick Reader's Digest on it, it takes whatever you put into it, whatever signal, whatever camera you can come up with, you put it into that, it sorts everything out, makes it real easy, and then spits it back out so that you have a clean feed or a clean signal to do your live feed. So anyway, so that's the kind of the technical thing, and it all just kind of grew from that. So yeah, so that's how it all kind of came about. Now, again, a huge learning curve for me. I'm trying to get everything kind of set up with it, and I know there's a bunch of capabilities that I'll be able to get into. Scott just got a hyper deck, which will allow you to put videos into it as well. So it's all coming. I think it's all going to work. And then, of course, I switched over to YouTube today because it's easier for the Blackmagic to identify the YouTube stream than it is for Instagram. Plus, I also wanted to come up with a way that I could give away paintings. And on Instagram, I can't watch the comments after like I can with Facebook. So I had no way to like really come up with a good, like the 543s on Monday. So on YouTube, I can do that. So there you go. Nub, what's up, man? So that's what we got. All right, so right now I have 3 cameras set up. So there's the overhead, which I'll keep on for a little while. And then and I also have the close-up, which is what we'll be kind of working with today. So it really is pretty awesome. So I can include the thumbnail of of the overhead so you can kind of see everything all at once. All right, so that's what we got. Alrighty then. Now, Bill, what's going on? Oh, so I forgot to say, my cheers today, because I am cheersing this morning or this afternoon just because it's amazing that I pulled this off, or maybe pull it off, we don't know. So the cheers for today is Cavalry, which is right there. It's called the Cavalry, which is, there we go, it's that way. Anyway, called the Cavalry. Just a great IPA that I found from my buddy Mike, and these are from Mike, so. Low volume. Okay, let me try. I could bump it up again because I think it was too low to start. So how about that? Is that better? Should be better. There you go. How's that? Better? Yeah, this is great. All your feedback is really, really cool. So I'll take it all. And that'll be great. So this is the painting of Dad. This is the first time really. Oh, good. Okay. Hey, Bill, what's up? Yeah, that's great. Just give me the feedback, and once I have it set and know where things are supposed to be, then that'll be fantastic. So there we go. A little bit less of that. Okay, good. This is really the first time. I mean, I've sprayed here at the Visionaire station already, but not too much. So I'm still trying to get that all set up too. I got paint racks, and I also realized today that I ran out of reducer, which is fun. So I have enough to do what I got to do today, but I didn't turn on the compressor either. What could go wrong? All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn on the compressor too. I'm going to put you guys down for a minute so you guys can look at Dad hanging out there for a second while I turn on the compressor. We weren't kidding with what could go wrong. All right. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay then. Guess I should have checked that first, huh? And inlays. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. All right. Daryl, what's up? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Actually, Scott is very proficient at the whole black magic thing, so he can definitely help you out with some questions too. Well, I'm still trying to figure it all out myself. So, all right, so let me get to it. All right. Show you what I'm trying to get done here. All right. So I don't have any of the. I actually haven't used. I've used this compressor, which is the other thing. I've had it all. I've been working on getting that compressor fixed, which has been really great. It's an old Hammerhead compressor that is I've had forever. My dad actually got it for me, so it's appropriate that I'm working on this painting today, and well, I'm kind of get that done too. So. So I talked to those Hammerhead compressors are actually built by Silent Air for Medea. They've been that way for a long time. So when that compressor, when I realized it needed some help, one of the pressure switches was gone in it, or the pressure switch. So I called Iwata, and they were great. They immediately sent me over to Silent Air, and Silent Air troubleshot the whole compressor with me until we found, what was really going on with it, and got got the parts replaced, and so that's the first time this compressor's been up and running in quite a while, which was very cool. All right, now the other thing is angle of attack here. Put this on here too so you can see what's going on. Move it over there. All right, excellent. Yeah, that's exactly what was going on with mine, Bill. It had just kind of crapped out over time. And automatically I'm realizing that I need to switch the camera over to the other side. But I'm not going to do that now, but that will come just so, because I realize that this is going to happen a lot and we don't want that. So just there's a lot of gear over the left-hand side right now, so I got to figure out the setup. I invested in a really nice camera stand, or arm that's completely adjustable. Like I can move, you can just barely see it off the side here, but this thing is amazing. So it could do just about anything. It can move in any position. It's really easy to lock in. So what I'll do is I'll probably do a Tech Tuesday on the whole setup, just to kind of answer all the questions all at once, like what I ended up going with and what I ended up finding. So hopefully that'll help make sense. And I'll try to keep an eye on the comments too. This the whole Visionaire thing with this whole reference holder and all the different bits and pieces. Like this will eventually have alcohol and reducer down in here. And then the spray out pot is, and all the airbrushes are on this stand right on one of the arms behind. I did what Dell had said. I don't know if you're not gonna be able to see this until I move it in the camera, but there's a little sewing lamp right here that's magnetized. So that's, if I need extra light, that's right there too. It adds a lot of glare onto the overhead camera, so I'm not gonna use it, but it's really kind of cool. Yes, and Colin had mentioned on the post I made today that that I don't have a little widget that he designed. So there's a lot of, that's the beauty about the Visionaire stuff. Once you get the basic setup, you can literally, every Christmas and birthday present is set for you for the rest of your life. You can tell your family just, all these different things you could get for it. And they're all really great and they're all modular. I've built a lot of things for it too, so that's been a lot of fun. For instance, the monitor mount, which is over off to the side here. So this mount, I made the mount for the monitor, and it's really easy to do. It's just a piece of aluminum, and you just kind of drill the holes where you need them, and then you have this, modular just about everything. So yeah. So now this is my new YouTube channel. My old YouTube channel, which I've had for a while, I didn't do anything with, so I ended up revamping it and doing this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, that would be awesome if you jumped in and subscribed. And I'm eventually going to get this as the at least the #2 platform, but hopefully the #1 platform over everything else. For videos, it just works so much better. Everything's better quality. The ATEM, it's set up for both. It'll do Facebook or Instagram, or I will do just about anything. So back you guys up just a little bit here, so I can kind of see what's going on here. There we go. And again, any comments, let me know. If you have any suggestions as to what you're seeing and what could be better about it. I am going to move, like I said, the big camera, the #2 camera here, onto the other side. So that way you'll be coming at it like my normal live feeds, which is on the other side. So that way you can actually see what I'm doing. But for this one, like I said, this is definitely just the fact that I'm actually on and it's working is a huge bonus for me. So I couldn't believe I ran out of reducer today. That was wild. Usually Usually that doesn't happen. So I'm going to fire my procurement officer, which is actually me too. So, and I'm actually kind of working without a net too. I did bring the reference photo over, but just kind of messing with things right now. So, yeah. So cheers to all my buddies in the UK and over in GMT land. Also, you can't see it, was right here. That's a drop of reducer. That was a bummer too. So I was cleaning out the brush and I had left a little droplet of paint or reducer was kind of hanging on the end of the brush that I missed. And I went to go do the next, the next color, and that drop of reducer just landed right on the painting and ate through it. So not a disaster by any stretch, but it's always fun to have that happen. This is great. All right, cool. Yeah, so I switch the camera over to the other side. I'll do that after we're done. It's going to be coming at from the other angle. Figure that out. Sound is pretty good. Cool. No, I'm not. But what we were finding was that I was going on at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard for the Monday night feed, and all the people from the UK or that time zone, it's super late. It's 5 hours later. So it starts at 11. But they're all in it, and they're all hanging in and kind of sticking with it. So I'm like, you know what? I got to do a feed that's more UK friendly. So it's great when Svi Wheeler comes on Saturdays. He comes on for me right in the afternoon. So if I'm tied up and I'm working if I'm painting, I can watch him do the feed. So. Oh, good. Okay, Marshall. That's what I want to see. So yeah, these cameras are great. Again, they came at the suggestion of Scott McKay. They're not super high quality cameras, but they are decent. They're very decent. They do a lot. I can't adjust all the colors and the saturation and everything, but that's all manual. So I was going to do this feed and then really go back and fine tune the cameras. Once I get them set, they're set. But eventually, what will be nice is as I reinvest in this, because this is definitely going to be the way it's going to go. As I reinvest in this, I really am looking at hopefully getting the Black Magic cameras that are set up for this, because then I can adjust all the color on the fly really easily, and they also record all the info as well. So it's a bunch of stuff, but they're also they start at $1,200 a piece. So there we go. Move it over a little bit. Actually, move it up a little bit. One of the questions was like how I was going to be able to deal with spraying at this station. This is great. What I found on my workbench is that this area here is bigger than what I usually have to work with on my 3x5 drafting table, because the drafting table is just like covered with stuff. Like I have I have everything in it. All the paint, the palette, the Revo is on it. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So this is really the same amount of work area that I have with my big bench, which is kind of cool. Plus this tilts really easy, a lot easier than my big bench. So I have it more vertical here, which is nicer for my back. And unfortunately, I got a brand new chair. And I say unfortunately because it is not a squeaky chair at all. So there's that. Yeah, Marshall, I love it. I really do. I love that, like you can see the outside track. The whole system is made up of these channeled tracks, and the tracks are on all four sides of these square bars. So you have an almost infinite number of places you can mount everything. You can change it around. In fact, I thought that was the hardest part of kind of setting it up, because there is kind of a basic way to set it up. But beyond that, you're on your own. You could do whatever you want, and I wasn't prepared. It was crazy. Yeah, excellent, Scott. I would really, really love that. That would be great. I think just the fact that it's live and I've got it working and everything's up and running is a really, really good sign. I was actually expecting to be, am I on? am I on? Am I on yet? But it worked out pretty well, so I'm happy. And of course, the Visionaire, the main part of this is steel, so all the magnets work. So I just, you know, I can just do what I do. You know, it's seamless to the other station, which is great because I'll be able to, you know, I'll actually be able to leave this set up and be able to jump over here. Like maybe I'll just do all the 543s from this side, set it all up for that. Yeah, good. You guys, Scott really helped me out. I'm going to put you guys on hold for 1 second again. I'm just going to run over and grab the reference photo for this too. So I will be right back. It's on the other bench. I just I didn't even think to grab it. Yeah, I told you quick. There we go. So let's. Speaking of Svi, I hope his back straightens out. He tweaked his back pretty bad, so hopefully that is resolved fast. So. So the only thing I can't do here yet is with my other, when I was just working with the single camera on the stand, I could pull that out and, you know, kind of move it around really easily. It's a little bit more difficult to do that here. I mean, I do have the different camera views, but like I still have one more spot that I could, you know, have a fourth camera. But that's really the only rub right now, that, you know, I can't, like, if I wanted to show you my airbrushes on the stand, it would be difficult for me to turn one of these cameras to get you into that. So. But it certainly is working. Honey, what's up? What is up? So here's what I'm thinking too, about the giveaways on this feed. And now I can do that, because I think what I'm going to do is from here on out, this feed will be on YouTube, not on Instagram anymore. So what I'm thinking about doing for the feed is just including, just having, not today, don't do it today, but I think I'm going to just do the same thing. I'll have people make suggestions for the 543s for the Monday feed, and then even though I won't be able to do any of those suggestions in the following Monday because there's not enough time, I'll still be able to count all those names in the feed, or I'll just keep them completely separate and give away a second painting on the YouTube side, which might be easier because I know some people have different names. So so I'm still trying to work that out. The other thing I'm definitely going to do starting right away on the other feed is you right now, if you make a suggestion for one of the paintings, that's how you enter to win a painting. But I'm also going to add to that, anyone who donates stars will automatically be entered for that following week. It's just, it's been great that people have been doing those, you know, the stars on Facebook and eventually, you know, super chats on YouTube. So that way it's just automatically enters those people in for supporting the channel. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And if you guys have any, you know, suggestions for that as well, I'm all ears. Just trying to make it work so that it's it works across the board. You guys got a pretty decent angle. I'm going to work on these folds right here, so I'll try to keep the brush out of the way for that. Incidentally, next Tuesday's Tech Tuesday on YouTube is going to be about all the reduction ratios that I use. So this right here is 20:1, which is a really super over-reduced version of this. And I'll go through on the Tech Tuesday what's going on with all that. Eric Williams and Jeff, what's happening, everyone? This is awesome. Glad you guys are all here. This is great. Flex, what's going on, man? It's good talking to you. Flex, I got everything on. It's so far so good. So again, this 20:1 black seems like it's really super reduced, and it is, but you can develop a super dark black with it. You get a really opaque black. So that's it really works well. Oh, Marshall, I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome. Really glad you liked it. I could do 20 blue shift videos. So it's just there's so much information there. But I kind of gave you the not to steal Scott's line, but the down and dirty version of Blue Shift, the way I kind of tackle it to keep it simple. Oh, good, honey. I'm glad. Yeah, that I can't tell you how many times that that shifting color has bailed me out. When something goes sideways, and it's just subtle enough, just strong enough to kind of knock that out and get you back in the game as far as that shifting goes. So. Still doing Monday Night Live on Facebook is sticking this way. Enzo, so yeah, for now I'm going to keep the Monday night exactly where it is and the way it is. The only thing that's going to change on the Facebook side is I may use the whole camera setup for Monday night because I can also stream to Facebook this way. But the problem is the quality isn't as good as what it can be on YouTube. Plus the organization is kind of sketchy. So honestly, what I'm preparing for is taking all of my eggs out of one basket. Right now, Facebook is it for me as far as the major feed that I do. But the way things are kind of going with Facebook, and there's some rumbling in the way that they set things up, that I just want to be prepared if things go sideways. I want to have another platform ready to go. But I think I'll stick with Facebook for a little while. So. And whoever commented on my post about needing a cup holder, I do. That's one of the things I got to get, because I don't have a cup holder for my beer. So lots of things, but that's, like I said, that's the beauty of this thing, man. You just it is like an airbrush's erector set, and it's not just for airbrushers too. I shouldn't say that. Any artist can benefit from this. It's just so modular and does so many different things that just really rocks. Yeah, Daryl, it's funny. I could see some changes happening internally as I'm doing these feeds, and I could kind of tell where they're aiming for, and I just want to be prepared for, when they go that way. So greed is a powerful motivator, and I think it's starting to really get its fingers stuck in a lot of things. So, like I said, I'm just going to be prepared for when things do go sideways, because I want to make sure that we can stay connected. Yeah, Daryl, that's exactly it. Oh my gosh, you know what? That's the one thing I told Dell too. I'm like, you know what? First of all, I get that it's super modular and super like whatever you want to do, but I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I had to look up the videos on how it was set up, and I just needed a baseline, I need something, and there was. So, Mike. So, beer of the day. Oh, this is weird because I'm used to the other setup. Hold on. We could do it this way. So, beer of the day is Call of the Cavalry. So, Mike was kind enough to donate these to the feed tonight, or today, or whatever we're doing. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing. So, Call of the Cavalry. It's a great IPA, local, Millersburg Brewing Company. So, really good stuff. There we go. Yeah, so Dave, that's the other thing too. My kids have been yelling at me to do Twitch forever. This, I'll actually be able to do that once we get into it. So that's on the list too. It's just what I got to do is I got to be careful. Right now, the Monday Night Live takes up almost all of one day of the week, which is big. So yeah, Marshall, I don't know. I think what more likely is going to happen, instead of pulling the plug on all that, they're going to start charging everyone. So it's just going to be a fee for anything, keeping the video on their site, or going live in general or whatever it's going to be. But there's it's the way that the algorithms work now, and you know, you just, I don't know, I feel something's coming. So I just want to be ready. There we go. Yeah, I know, Michael. It's a bit strong for the first round of the day, but we're sort of celebrating that you know, this is actually working. So. So from the painting point of view, so I've already established all the medium grays pretty much in the cloth and in dad. So now what I'm doing is I'm just using that 20:1 to really like bump up those dark, deepest dark blacks. But again, that 20:1 is so thin and it's got so much control that I'm not worrying about filling in an area. I'm just worrying about the dark, the details, the dark. And that's super easy to do. If I were to take a thicker mixture like the 1:1 or even the opaque black standard and tried to get that type of detail, I could, but it would be a lot harder ride. So because I have the gray to stand on, all I'm doing is worried about the details. So just be aware the Twitch will not allow you to monetize on both platforms, YouTube and Twitch. That's great to know, Marshall. That's good to know. I did not know that. So in that case, I would rather monetize YouTube. So then that may be the answer to that. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I've been a voracious YouTube ATEM mini video watcher since I got it. So yeah, it's been fun. It's fun trying to catch up. Yeah, I definitely got to move that camera over to this side. So less of this, you know, more of that type of thing. Which I suppose I can't do that. My arm doesn't move like that. So all right. Oh, Daryl, so Twitch is another live streaming platform, but the reason why you probably haven't heard of it is it's always been popular with gamers. So video game players will have they'll play their games and they'll stream that live, so you can watch them playing their game, and it's huge. It's huge. Gamers make an entire living off of just playing their games and people donating money. So yeah, Twitch is huge for that. Oh, that's good to know. Yes, V I know is on everything, which is great. So, which again, I can't wait for him to get back. So he's got to stop hurting himself. I do. I love it when I'm working on Saturdays in the studio and he's on, because I can just hang out. If you guys can kind of see. Yeah, what I think I might do right now, this camera. Right now, the camera is mounted off of the side. This is the close-up camera right here, and you can see that this is the arm that runs off to the other side, the other arm. But this arm here is totally, like I said, it's a crazy thing. I'll eventually show you guys and put a link to it. It's completely, like, it'll do everything. It'll go in any direction or whatever. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I've tried it in different spots, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang it on the top bar right above me and have it come in at like an angle. The only problem is, like I said, there's a lot of gear on this side right now. The monitor and the ATEM and the paint is over here. So dropping a camera right here is going to be one more thing, but I'll figure it out. We'll work on it. Yeah, Derek. So that's it. It's yeah, it's an awesome platform. I had no idea. My son, both my sons are gamers, and they were telling me about it, and that I should have done it, you know, a while ago. And I'm like, well, I just don't know how that's gonna pan out. But yeah, it's quite cool. So it's good to know, though. I would hate to be excluded from monetizing YouTube if I was already getting residuals on Twitch, though. So that's really good to know. Yeah, that's awesome, Dave. Yeah, that's really cool. So that's kind of what I was saying before. You know, the lives, the Monday Night Live takes up one whole day, so it takes about 8 to 10 hours all to actually. Is that right? Yeah, I'd say yeah, 8 to 10 hours with the paintings and going through all the names and getting everything set up. So the idea of having a second day locked down with another live feed that takes the same amount of effort is going to take some thought on my part. I don't know that I can devote that time to it yet. Well, I know I really have to because it's a great way to kind of get everything out there. It's just that's a big investment 2 days out of the week. So the way to get around that is work more. I'll add an extra day. Instead of really taking the weekends off, I'll just add an extra day to kind of get things done. Gary, what's up? Yeah, Derek, that's really cool. That's really awesome. Enzo, yeah, I'm loving it now. Oh, that's cool, Dave. Yeah, I like Svi a lot. So what they're going to do is I'm going to lessen the contrast on this camera too, the close-up camera, and brighten it up a little bit too. I won't do that now, but that way get it to be a little bit more sensitive for some of the subtleties. I had it set up for just good skin tone and decent overall look, but I think I could fine tune that now so that it'll be a little bit more overexposed, but you'll be able to see a little bit more of the subtlety. I think that'll work well. That's all this camera is for. The close-up camera is just for this type of stuff. So I think that'll be a good way to go. And of course, in the overhead, you can't really can't see what's going on. Yeah, the overhead you can't really see too much. I could also expand that too. So we'll figure it out. A lot of great commissions this week too. I knocked out a couple really neat paintings. The 543s, there's still a bunch of them up from the mega week last week, Monday. So I did 10 of them or 11 of them. So there's still a few good ones up there. So if you're interested, you can jump to the website and grab those. And then also there's still a few that are discounted deeply, so you can check those out too. Those are half of what they were when they were new. So you're not going to get a better deal on those than that. And I figured that's what I'll do with all of the 6 months old. Yeah, Eric, I still am. One of my left nostril is completely jammed up, and just the residual, the wreckage from Rona. So that's it. Oh, I do, Dave. Let me go grab it. It's on the other airbrush that I don't have here. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. So literally the other bench is 20 feet away from this one, so it's right there. So I wasn't overly worried about forgetting stuff. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's do it this way. Zip this out a bit. Refocus that. A little bit better view of that, like that. There we go. So this is, ow, as I stab myself with it. This is Gentry Riley's, well, this is an old HPC, probably I'd say mid-2000s, right around there. But the handle in the back is that triple action handle from Gentry Riley. So I do. I did a whole breakdown on this, I think, on a Tech Tuesday. You can kind of see it, but it's really neat. So when you buy this, you get the whole rear end of the airbrush. So there's the barrel, and then this becomes the needle chuck right here, this chrome ring, and then it also has a little holder for your needle cap, which is pretty cool too. So once you have it set up, what it does is, instead of the old HPC just had a straight handle, so you'd have to take the handle off and loosen the needle chuck to get everything out. This chrome ring is the needle chuck. So when you loosen that up a little bit, the needle will just slide right out. There's usually a spring on here. I took mine off. You don't necessarily need it. It just pops everything back out a little bit easier. But this little piece attaches to your needle, which is really kind of cool. And then that's how it works. So it makes it really easy to get this in and out. So you just slide it all the way back in, and then just kind of, I keep a little bit of pressure on it, and then with my other two fingers I tighten that, and that's as fast as it is. It really works well. So that is the triple action handle by Gentry Riley. It does really, really cool stuff. I mean, it's a neat idea. All right, back in. So Scott, if you're here, one thing I thought I was being smart with was I got 3 of these, the same camera. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, sorry. I got 3 of the same camera, which I thought was great. However, they come with little remotes, and I thought I was smart by numbering them. I think 2 of them, this one remote will actually change the functions of 2 cameras at the same time. They're on the same signal, so that's kind of a bummer. So I can't use the remotes with this, but again, for what the cameras are, they work great. Revolution CR, yeah, anything with a solid handle. It's just a great addition. You do a lot with it. So your eyes just crossed. That's awesome, Thomas. All right, where am I at? Let's get a little closer to. There we go. So we've done it for about 45 minutes. I figure I'll do about an hour, and then I'm going to break it down so I can kind of go through the video and see what I need to change around and mix up and see what else we can do. So we'll go for another 15 minutes, and then I just want to thank all of you for jumping on this very first one. You guys are the Neil Armstrong of my Visionaire Black Magic YouTube experience. So congratulations, you guys are charter members. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That would be awesome. It'd be nice to grow this channel into something substantial, and it's just a great spot for me to put like the Open Studio series and the Tech Tuesday series, and you know, it's a great spot for that. So I'm pretty happy with all of it. Oh, I'm so glad they got there, Gary. That's great. Excellent. And yes, again, Gary's a huge supporter. Not only me, but a lot of artists, and you guys, I can't tell you what that is what drives what I do. So when you guys collect original art, or make a donation, either in stars or eventually super chats, all that stuff just gets immediately reinvested back into it and keeps everything going. So I do really deeply appreciate it. Gosh, every time that hammerhead compressor kicks on, I just smile, you know? It's so funny, like I don't know, you never know how the passing of your parent is going to kind of hit you. You know, everyone has different stories, but you know what? Every time I hear something or something comes across my radar, I can't tell you how many times it reminds me of my dad, different random things. So that compressor is surely one of them. It was that compressor and my first Micron My dad was like, okay, well, if you're this serious about it, let's get you tools that will help you get there, help you get where you want to go. So it's pretty amazing. What am I missing? How you even think of that? Maybe there's a way to change the frequency. I'll have to jump back and figure that out, Scotty. Thomas, what's up? I'll send you a quick video of where I have my stuff set up. Might give you some ideas. Oh, great, Scott. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yes, please do. I will take it. Lee, what's up? That's all right, buddy. It's all good. Figure we got about 10 more minutes, and then let you guys get back to your Thursday. If you guys are around, I'm hoping I'm not. Scott is usually on Thursday nights. I'm assuming he's going to be on tonight too, so make sure to tune in to Down and Dirty Tricks. Watch it on YouTube. He does a single camera on Facebook, but his YouTube feed is great. Again, I've learned a lot from him, so yeah, definitely check him out. Dave Fiore's on live now. Bill Snagan's on Tuesday nights. The other thing you should check out is Simon and Honey's Airbrush TV Guide on Facebook. It gives you the rundown of all the feeds that are going on right now. It's a lot of fun. Of course, Tim is on Wednesday night on YouTube as well. Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I probably shouldn't have jumped in with the black so soon. I probably should, hit a different gray in here, but that's something that I could always do. For instance, this area up here, his shoulder is much lighter than what I have here, so I'm going to have to, start with that. But that's, the back and forth is really, it's okay. It's totally okay with this. Same thing with his face. There's more variations of gray than I have here, so I'm not going to hit any more of the black because it's going to be too harsh. So what I'm going to have to do is hit it with a lighter gray, maybe do a little bit of blue shift adjusting, and then, keep rolling with it. But it's all good. Like I said, with this painting, it's not about just getting one layer of paint on and being done. This one is a lot of back and forth. And the more back and forth, the more solid this gets. There he is! Mr. Wheeler, how is that back of yours? We're just talking about you. Can't wait for you to get better, man. You gotta get back on. Alright, so Lee says, you mentioned Visionaire. Should be seeing Dell on Saturday at our second UK Airbrush get-together in Coventry. Oh, that's awesome, Lee. Yeah, definitely tell him I said hi. I missed a call from him today. I think he saw my post and was reacting to the setup. So, alright, Marshall, thanks for jumping in. Very, very cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, Dell's a great guy. I'm sorry I missed the rendezvous. Dell and his daughter were both here. Would have been fun to finally meet him for real. But I know that'll happen. Sooner or later it'll happen. Oh, you'll definitely be on Saturday. Good. That's awesome, Spee. Awesome. I missed my Saturday. Well, for you it's Saturday night, but my Saturday afternoons with hanging out. Yeah, I definitely have to switch the camera over to the other side. That's going to be It was over the other side earlier, and I thought I could get away with it. I didn't think there'd be a lot of this, but there is. So I'm going to definitely change that. I know, Scott with his broken toe, Svi with his broken back, Honey with her finger. You guys are rock stars. Oh, Lee. Lee. My passport is expired. That actually sounds like it would be. Oh, that would be good. Seems always great to hang out with you, and now I'm going to try to turn my music on and do some. Yeah, Flex, that's awesome, man. It was good talking to you. Bill's got arrest warrants in outstanding in 90 countries. Oh yeah, Gary. I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could say it was a terrible hardship with my stuffed up nostril, but it isn't. Yeah, that's right too. Flex got the Rona too. We are a sad bunch. We are. And of course, Bill and his superhero granddaughter. So we're all pulling that. That gets sorted out super fast. COVID worked me over. Yeah, I was really, really lucky. Like I said, I get this stuffed up nostril that won't go away. But overall, yeah, I slept one day. I was wiped out for one day. I was back at it the next. It was not bad at all. So, yeah, Bill, please do. I'm in on that. So, what what I'd love to do is maybe we can maybe I can donate a painting or something and throw it in the mix, and or if you're just doing funds, that's good too. So whatever you got going on there, Bill. Did any of you lose your smell and taste? I was lucky, even though I lost my smell and taste because my nose was jammed up. I could still smell. So when my right nostril opened up, I was still okay. So, Dave, have a great one. Thanks for jumping in. We are just about done here anyway. We got about 5 more minutes. So what I'll do is I'll put this aside and just say hi to you guys, since I can do that. um, Yeah, so I was lucky with the Rona, so that was nice. I was pretty happy with all that, that it didn't hit me as hard as it could have. Marge and her daughter had it here too. I could have sworn I was going to get it when that happened, but I didn't at that point. They had a really easy ride, and then they were through it too. So yeah, so we've been really really lucky about all that. So yeah. Hopefully Flex gets through it too, and you guys that are still dealing with it get through it fast. So there we go. So everything actually worked, I think. So that's a really good sign because it can only get better. Not to say I was hoping for what could go wrong, but I was kind of expecting it. But that was pretty okay. So yeah. So from now on, we'll do the Thursday evening feeds on YouTube. And then I'll be able to set up, now that I know that the gear works, I'll be able to set up more of a project, which will be nice too. So that's what I got. So let me look real quick here on the side. There we go. Yeah. All right, you guys are awesome. So that's what I got. All right. So I am going to sign off. I'm going to do a few more things here today, and then we'll see you on Monday. So. Thank you guys for jumping in. I really, really appreciate it. And we'll definitely catch you next time. Take care.